How you doing today, guys? I have a few knives to show you. Been super busy in the shop. First up is a Graham Razel Midtech by the Graham brothers. A lot of you guys are seeing these around on Instagram and all over the place. Another great platform to start from, to work off of. Love these Midtechs and the idea behind them. Now, I don't know if they encourage it as much as the Eldorado, the Cucchiara Eldorado Midtech, but certainly it's the same idea, just a basic knife. Doesn't cost as much as a custom, and then you put some extra loving on it, and you have something really nice and unique and built to your specs, but doesn't cost, you know, $1,000 or more, maybe less. But anyways, showing you around this knife. This is a green and bronze mix, like a fade, almost like a patinaed copper, bronze, whatever. So showing the high wear areas there. You can see it's nice and bronze along all the corners and whatnot. And then the overall tone, outside natural lighting, I just couldn't make it happen today, and I got to get these knives out. But outside natural lighting, the front looks pretty bronze. Inside, you can see it's got a real nice green tint to it, but it'll almost change colors. Right there, you can see it, mostly bronze, maybe. And then you can tilt it that way and see the green tones on it. And then, of course, inside the area where the patina would be on like a copper is the green. Also, heat anodized the hardware and acid stonewash the blade. So let's show that off. Check out this clip. Kinda out of the way. It's a different way to do things. I did not carry this knife, so I don't know how well it works. I don't see many people complaining about the clip. It does seem a little weird at first because your pocket kind of folds out and around, but a lot of people say it works for them. So anyways, this thing fires like an absolute rocket. Let me show you. Nice strong detent. This come in a little bit sticky too. I carbonized it, and that took away all the stick. You can see how smooth it is. Let's check out the acid stonewash blade and of course the edge on it. Yep. So it's a real nice antique look, I believe. What a nice knife. It falls right into your hand and feels super secure. I think the design of this flat portion here fits the overall design of the knife, with the kind of angular drop here, the angles here. Everything works. Mostly angular and a little bit right here. There's no hot spots. But what would have been nice is to have this dip in just a little bit, in my opinion, and make that a choil in there. But then again, maybe it would take away a little bit of the angular design of this thing, the futuristic look, of course, with all your million stuff in there. And you honestly could choke up with it right here. It's very flat and very safe. So maybe you wouldn't have to have that. I don't know. Not really a complaint, just a suggestion. I personally would love one of these knives. It is big, but it's not too big. Let me show you what I have in my pocket today. Is the large 25, of course, huh? They're all large. That'd be a nice day when they make the 25 in a small. Let me zoom you guys. Let's move up a little bit. See if we can get these two guys in the same frame. So you can see it's about the same size. Maybe a little bit shorter than the Sebenza 25. Nice and thick blade. And the flipper is just really addicting to mess around with. Also, on the construction of this knife, you can see it's got a stop pin up there. right? So that's the stop pin when it's closed. And you can see how the blade rotates around there, and it's the stop pin for the open position. So that's kind of neat. A lot of knives that use this style construction put the stop pin inside, maybe down here somewhere, and then mill out a little tunnel inside the blade. So it's kind of neat that it's been engineered to be the stop pin, and they've engineered the blade to use that as the stop pin when closed too. And I know this is not the only knife that does that, but me personally, looking at hopefully making a folding knife, a flipper knife one day, it's a really great experience to get my hand on all these high-tech, high-end mid-tech knives, and just kind of see the construction of them, see why they chose that. This does have a bearing system in it. I forget what they're called. It was the one with the metal cage around it. It's the same thing that was on the Hijinks, the CRKT. Man, I hope my lighting's not blowing that way out. Anyways, let's move on. Got a bunch of stuff to show you guys. I like this one a lot, especially with the bronze hardware, tying in all the bronze accents. The accents on this knife. That flipper is wicked. Check that out. It'll just fall on its own. Crazy. Love it. That's the Razel Midtech. Let's show you, while we're showing the green guys off, this is a really rare titanium 940, and this is not that sprint run with the carbon fiber in it. So figure that out. We can't even figure out much about it. Of course, this is an aftermarket clip. It's finished in the same finish as that Midtech we just seen. Look at that, lowrider, like ultra lowrider, like way down in your pocket lowrider. This one has a real nice contrast due to the 3D milling, and hopefully you can see it's nice and bronze on the top. Let me try to dance it off the light here. And then inside these milling areas and on the inside here is more of a green tone. And if this video's not showing it as well as I hope it is, and it's probably not, check out my pictures on Instagram. It's JohnsonKnives on Instagram, and you will see some nice still pictures here. Of course, we acid stonewash the blade and acid stonewash all the liners while protecting all your axis area. Blasted and stonewashed and blasted, yeah, blasted and stonewashed all the hardware. Blasted, stoned it. Same thing as the blade, right? So they all match the blade. But all these moving parts were crazy to try to protect everything in there, but we did it. You can see how when that axis lock rides around that blade tang, that's what causes your smooth knife in your axis, right? The axis lock. You can see I left all of that factory. So you see all that's nice and shiny against the factory stop pin, against the factory center bar on the axis. So that's all the factory black in there. So everything's nice and smooth, yet the outside appearance is all blasted and tumbled and all that. So yep, that's how we do it. You guys know that by now. What a nice knife. I didn't even know that they had made this in the little bit of like wood on it right there. I took some pictures on some wood. Anyways, what a nice knife. I wonder how many of these were made. I'm sure it was an exclusive run of some sort, but I have no more info on it. Benchmade 940, I've got a few friends who have a lot of different knives, including the XM18s, some of the other Midtechs and custom knives and all that, Sebenzas. And a lot of them just love that aluminum. Maybe they would love the titanium model as well, but the aluminum 940. I mean, it's been around for a long time, but it's a lot of people's favorite EDC knife. It may not be their favorite looker, you know, in that factory aluminum with the green configurations, but just a great design. And I loved working on this titanium one here. I've just never seen the titanium factory scales on the 940. Of course, you can see everything works just as well as it did. Fun stuff. Alright, let's move on. My backdrop's trying to fall down on us here. There we go. Alright, and two more. I don't believe I've ever done one of these. Maybe I've sharpened one before, and we've had one on the channel. This is the aluminum lion steel. Oh gosh, now I'm going to forget what it is. You guys tell me what it is. What is this? How in the heck could I forget that? Anyways, I know it was made by Lion Steel. You see a nice thick D2 blade with the aluminum integral frame. All acid stonewash hardware. Blasted acid stonewash. It had the DLC coating on there. Of course, you put a nice edge back on there. Love this green. I cannot anodize aluminum yet. I'd love to get there one day. I don't think it's too much tougher than titanium anodizing, although aluminum anodizing, I dropped my Sebenza 25. No big deal, right? Anyways, it's more of a dyeing process, and then you gotta seal off the dye, from what I understand. Or maybe there's different types of aluminum anodizing. I need to look into it. That's gonna bother me. I forget what model this is, because there's the TI spine. That's the one with the spine. Then there's the Lion. Is it the I want to say SRT, but I know that's a model of a car. Oh gosh, well, I look like a dummy. I forget which that was. Made by Lion Steel though. Great knife. Aluminum handle keeps the weight down, and aluminum does keep its memory very well, so it does make a great frame lock. Aluminum is soft. It's much softer than titanium, but the milling of the lock bar insert, right? So hardened steel on the hardened steel lock tang, you are good to go. That's a great design choice. Keeps weight down and allows it to be anodized all kinds of crazy colors. Not that titanium wouldn't, but a lot of people don't you know, customize these things. I haven't, and I don't remember seeing any, but that's not to say they're not out there. Green and gray, tied a nice little lanyard on there. Here is another one. You guys have seen something almost exactly like this before, but I just want to show the owner. This is a blue Bogart albatross. Nice thick blade, full nuke, blasted hardware. Nice acid washed blade. Try to get it as sterile as possible and take away all the logos on there. Again, nice little chunky beast of a knife. So that's it. Glad to be back. I've got more videos lined up, promise ya, And I probably need to do a vlog type video. Just give you guys a little update on everything going on. Lots of stuff. Follow me on Instagram. I post almost every day something, usually knife related, but not always. That's Johnson Knives. If you like anything you've seen here and you want something like it, send me an email. Do not message me on YouTube. Their service is terrible. So that's JohnsonKnives@gmail.com. That's it, guys. Have a good one. See ya.